as you guys were just talking about, I feel like he was a puppet and he was used. And I'm disgusted. And I think the media should be disgusted. And I think that the family and a large part of the media was complicit in all of this. And I just think that he was used, and it's horrifying. Um, I think, and I know a lot of us have shared experiences, but I think about like my grandfather and so the last, couple of years of his life, when we were around him and he would stand up, we would be around him to make sure he wouldn't fall. He would repeat his stories. We enjoyed that. We entertained them, but we heard them over and over. And it is so distressing to think about this is what they did to Joe Biden, to his family. I cannot believe that they allowed this, and it's very upsetting.
Oh, Mark, you're muted.
Michelle, thank you for that. Hogan.
Yeah. Michelle, I appreciate the comments. Thank you for watching and being engaged. And thank you for voting for President Trump. I appreciate that too. Yeah, I mean, the whole situation, I think, is horrific for so many different reasons we've discussed here. I do think if this moment in time isn't utilized by the media to have a little bit of self-reflection here and a little bit of self-awareness and say, this is something we should have caught. These are questions we should have asked, and try and rebuild some of the trust they've lost through COVID, through the Biden years, through so many other things, then it's going to be a wasted opportunity. I do feel as though, I have my own opinions about the media and their bias and their cover-ups for different people and different politicians. But this one, to me, is one of the worst in American history. The more we know here, the better off we'll be, and the media will begin to repair such a damaged and tarnished reputation should they actually get involved and engaged in a way they haven't to this point.
Dan.
I could not agree more, and I'm upset that I'm just upset that I don't want the Democrats to say, oh, we've got this upsetting, very sad new diagnosis. Let's brush this all aside. There are so many different problems about this. One of them is the human level that I just want to talk about, that, he's a man, he has a family, he deserves to have the, whatever remaining amount of time to live with dignity. And that has been lost because I think of political power. I think there were people who just, shoved him into this position, and it's a tragedy. And I just want to kind of point that out. And I hope that everybody where was everybody who knew about his cognitive decline, maybe knew about this cancer diagnosis, plus or minus? Again, we're not sure. And I respect the doctor's opinion. I know that there's a lot of nuance to medical decision making for individual patients. But it's horrifying, and I'm disgusted. And I think the media, do they think that we're stupid? Like, do they think that we didn't know? We all knew.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the irony, is that even Democrats knew, because 70 to 80% of them kept telling pollsters in 2022 and 2023 he was too old. It was the party leadership that kept saying, no, we're going with him. Like, we can't have a primary. If he steps down, we're going to get Kamala Harris, right? They had no faith in her. Biden had no faith in her. Schumer, Jeffries, Pelosi. So you're right. Like, we did all of these things thinking it would stop Trump. Instead, it strengthened Trump, right? Because he completely looked like the sane, rational, went through a competitive primary, et cetera. And now, as we look to go forward, like Mark and I get emailed, Hogan, you may get them too. Why don't you focus more on Donald Trump? Although I doubt Hogan gets those. There's such little credibility within the party and the media to now pivot and say, well, now we have to ask all these questions about Trump's health and about what Trump's family is doing and Don Jr. and like everything, when there was such a blind eye with all of what was going on with Biden. So look, we paid a price. We lost.
Hey, want to be part of the two-way community all the time? Hit the subscribe button. Great video clips like this, plus conversations like no other, full episodes and more, always available on this channel. You got to hit subscribe to never miss a thing.